Hello, my loves. I wanted to freshen up my lipstick before you go. Hmm, so much better. All right. That's an interesting one. Well, I find all of them interesting. Well, actually, there are some a little, well, some of them come across as a little boring first, but then they actually turn out to carry something deep. So I better pay attention. But this one is actually interesting. I see it. All of them are important. And sometimes my human brain doesn't really get it at first. Um, but this one is important. Dear God, why do we put people on pedestals? My love, you all have trouble seeing the real beauty and magnificence that you are. Recognizing it in another is easier for you. Your initial thought may be, oh, I wish I were as dot 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 as she is. But you cannot see what you are not. So, what you see in the other is actually a reflection of a part of you that is waiting to be seen and acknowledged by you. Remember, there's only one of you here, and the truth that you are to be cherished and loved lives in all of you as individuals and as the one collective. The fact that you look to another in order to feel adoration and admiration is born from the false belief that you are not that you are not to be adored and admired. But the truth still wants to be felt. You are love and beauty, so you project it onto another. At least now you can feel it. Now, what is the universal programming behind this? Because all of this is still bringing you closer to the truth. It would not exist if it wouldn't be helpful. Imagine the truth pulling you toward itself continuously, relentlessly, like an enormous magnet, your final destination. Your, your false beliefs are obstacles and roadblocks, and they divert your path. But it is still the truth that is pulling you forward. You cannot escape it. Projections and pedestals, then, are expressions of a distorted truth. But it's truth nonetheless, only placed outside of yourself, when it actually belongs with you. Now, where your false belief creates a problem is here. Instead of seeing the other as a reflection of yourself and getting excited about soon being able to recognize their beauty and brilliance in yourself, you make them other than you. They are on the pedestal and you are not. They are your God and you are worthless unless your God sees and acknowledges you. If a being of this love and light and beauty and brilliance sees and loves you, some of these qualities may land on you. And you make it mean that when they see and love you, it means you are worthy to be seen and loved. After all, they are your God, and so they decide. Their judgment of you determines your worth. This is your distorted reality, created through the false belief that you are anything but love and light and beauty and brilliance. And all of this happens because you have forgotten your real God and what He knows about you. So let me tell you what I know about you. Your job is to fully recognize and fully love yourself. Because the eye cannot see itself, I have created a whole universe for you to look at different aspects of yourself. All there is you. All you look at is yourself. Place this universe you live in back into my hands and remember what it really is: love. And when you forget, look around and find the most radiant person in your life. Get close to them, walk with them, see life through their eyes, and let them remind you of the truth about you. You are love and light and beauty and brilliance. It was their job and honor to remind you of it by being it. Now it is your job and honor to remind others of it by being it. My love, you are all standing on a pedestal. It is called Earth. I love you. I see you. You're beautiful. You're brilliant. God. It's almost nothing more to say. And that's huge, right? I wonder if there's anything more that comes up, but this was a long letter. So the part that seems very, very central in this is that as we put someone on a pedestal, we make them other than, like they're other than us. And to me, which the letter before, oh my God, I wonder, I'm going day by day with the letters. Like, oh, let's see what's coming through today. And I have to go back at some point and look at the sequence. There's probably a higher order here. Wouldn't be surprising because all those letters are letters from God. I've even started to, just like write down the different topics of the different letters to see like if there are like subcategories to structure them. Like look if they're like, okay, so this is all about me and my own perception. This is all about relationships, perhaps. Let's see. And I still have to do this, but I wonder now that I just said that, because I just talked about the previous letter, which was actually about that. So the making someone other than locks us in here, and then the other is there. But what's important to remember is that we're all one, that as we go through our life and through lifetimes, we also experience a situation from many points of view. So to make someone other than is then excluding an aspect of myself. And that is not good, because this looks into the other direction of the truth. It's the opposite direction of truth. Because the truth is that we are one, that we're all coming from the same source. So we're all made from the same material. And with material, I don't mean, yeah, we're all stardust. Cool, that's true. But what I mean is the stories that we are, the values that we are, the self-understanding, the what makes us good, what makes us bad, what in the depth of our hearts, of the heart, do we want to experience and bring to the world. We are connected in that, connected in our essence. And if we make anything and anyone other than, we're excluding a part. And our job is actually to meet whoever we meet and find where we're connected and where we find compassion and understanding for each other. And then, which I've not done before, the from the other side, the person who's put on the pedestal. It's like whatever we create, whatever appears in our life, we create. So being put on a pedestal means we create that others see us better than themselves. And we also create that this is not just pure admiration, but this is a pedestal, which the pedestal, I believe, as like a just a thing, comes with the threat of being thrown off it again, thrown off the pedestal. So if I keep creating this in my life, then there is a part of me that says, that is how the world is, that is how the world belongs. And then there's even a part inside of us that says, this is what I want. This is what I want to continue to believe about the world. And then it's our job to explore what is that part inside of me that finds the idea that I'm being put on a pedestal and then being thrown off again. What part of me finds that appealing? What is appealing about that in a weird, twisted way? Which it's never our conscious decision. Usually it's not. But there is such a thing as like I don't know the English term. It's a psychology term that my sister taught me. Like a secondary use case. It's probably not how you say it in English, but what it says is when a person is sick and continues to be sick, then there is a scenario where getting healthy would mean they lost certain things. Perhaps being sick means their relatives are caring for them. And then when they're back in health, they think no one will take care of me anymore. So there's actually a plus side on being sick, and that kind of traps them in the sickness. So even though the majority of themselves, like the bigger part of themselves, doesn't want to be sick, but there is a strong force in our that is our subconscious, and that directs everything about our lives. So we have to find out what that is about in order to release reoccurring patterns in our life. Now, coming back to the pedestal, we would have to ask a person why. What would be different if we all of a sudden, overnight, miracle, became a person who no one would put on a pedestal again? What kind of a person would we be then? And then it could be, this is just one question, just one way to frame the question. But then we might get a clue of why this is happening. And then from the why's perspective, let's say like the person has understood, okay, this is just what's happening. Person who is put on a pedestal can then just know that in the end, everything is love. And when someone throws someone off the pedestal, it's not that they stop loving them, it's that they have a momentary confusion about the truth that is that they are love, just as much as the other person is love. Yeah. All right. We'll leave it at that. I will not read again because this was a long letter. I love you. And I'll see you probably tomorrow.